Some good payroll data helped to spur equity markets along late last week. US payroll data showed that 38,000 Americans lost their jobs in February, about half what economists were predicting. We have to remember that up to 600,000 Americans were losing their jobs every month this time last year. This better than expected news did see equity markets up, oil back up over $80 per barrel, and currencies up strongly against the US dollar. By Thursday last week, the New Zealand dollar was down to 68.5 cents. However, on Monday morning, we will be starting the week off at 69.70 against the US once again. One of our largest trading partners and biggest beef export markets is struggling with the recession and is considering alternative action. Last week, it was speculated that Japan's central bank may consider further monetary easing policies in a direct attempt to widen the borrowing costs between itself and the US. This is an attempt to try and weaken the yen and help out their exporting sector. The benefits are large. In January, Canon, the camera maker, announced that a 1 yen change against the US dollar would see an increase in profit for them of $92 million US dollars. Last week, we saw the New Zealand dollar strengthen against the yen based on this news, making our exports more expensive in Japan. US imported beef prices remain very high for this time of year. Data out from the US last week does give a pretty good indication of what is going on. Importers from the 4 main countries into the US, being Canada, Australia, New Zealand and Uruguay, are well back on volumes for this time of year. Currently, imports from these 4 countries are down 17% on this time last year. We have to remember that this time last year we were in the depths of the recession. In fact, Australia's imports into the US are down 30% on 2007 levels. Domestic supplies in the US are very tight, and with very tight supplies coming from other importing countries, this has seen prices spike recently. This is good news for New Zealand farmers and should continue in the short term.